Steering right down.
Oi! Welcome back to the channel, you guys. Welcome back. We got the Zillows 36 and the SONICWAKE 36. We're gonna run out here. My buddy Jake's out with me. Let's go. Let's go. Boat gang. We got the Zillows. I got the SONICWAKE 8S and the Zillows is 6S. I'm gonna follow Jake.
Steering right down.
Oi! I'm gonna follow you. All right. Mine blew right off the water, man. The wind's on our back. So I think he's running the stock props. I've got a 5214 Octura on here with a 1280 kV rocket motor. I just ran it for the first time and it did so freaking good, y'all. Okay, so I can't go full trigger because she might blow off the water with these light packs. Uh-oh. Oh no. Might have loosened up on you. You still got the prop. Yeah, it must have loosened up.
Damn it.
I got wrenches. Yeah. You know me. I come prepared. Hey Jake, watch this takeoff, man. Out the hole, watch. Damn. Oi, oi, oi. Yeah, boy. 67. Damn. Damn. All right, what you need? I got you.
Everything's content. Same thing.
Oh, it's not even turning. You must have broke your cable.
That's possible.
Let's see. So that's the reverse cable, isn't it? Give it some gas there. Give it some gas. See if it. Hold it there and give it some gas. Yeah. Yeah, it must have broke it. Damn. I'm running some 1616s. I just cut down the blade area. I'm excited to run these, man. I ran it the other day with the stock blade area. I did one pass and it was just too much. Let's see. My buddy Jake's out here with me. Okay. Okay. Where the hell is it?
That's a good question.
Where did it go? Where the fuck is it? Oh. Yeah. I gotta stay on it, man. I came off of it. It does that hop.
Right. There's gotta be a way to tune that out.
You see how it hops? Oh, look, it went in the mud.
What the fuck?
It nosedived over there. Ah. Lucky it floated back up.
How did it get that deep?
I don't even know.
8-10 miles an hour.
I don't even know. Let's see what it does here. I gotta really pay it. Look, my water line blew off again.
Yep.
All right, let's put the water line on it. GPS recording. Jake's my witness. I just ran it, and the cooling line blew off of it. Well, damn, something was up with it, man. What the shit is going on? All right, I'm calling it a day. I don't know. Huh. Something don't seem right.
Spun a shaft. One spinning, the other one. Same thing just happened to
I
myself.
hope I didn't lose that prop. Damn, I'm gonna be pissed. I just had it right here too. Son of a bitch! Yes. I just had it right freaking here. Yeah, that's the way it goes. Look at there. At least it was my right hand prop.
That's the hobby.
Still got my left. Oh, I'm just happy it wasn't my freaking left hand prop. Well, that's some bullshit. Some country fried bullshit. I'm posting it. I'm posting that shit too.
We both got it.
I want to see if the damn cable's in here. Nope, cable's gone. So it was slipping in the coupler like yours.
I know damn well when I put it in there yesterday, it was tighter than shit.
It was slipping in the coupler. Nothing's hot. So I'm back at the shop, you guys, back at the shop. And I just wanted to make this little segment of the video and basically saying that stuff happens, you know? And I wanted to kind of catch it before somebody makes some crappy remarks in the comments or decides to make a whole freaking YouTube video about Big B's misfortunes, you know? So just want to say stuff happens. It freaking happens, man. It's part of the hobby. You know, you got to make sure you got everything tight, quite literally, you know? Oh, like I had just greased these cables up. Actually, you know what? Let's go. I'm gonna show you guys what I have to do to get my cables out of this, because I Loctite the grub screw, right? I Loctite my grub screw, and yes, I use these little L wrenches all the time. It's perfectly fine to use these little L wrenches. Whenever if they start, I got a couple of them that are really hard. I got a few that are really soft, you know. I got a brand new set of dynamites. I don't want to mess up my dynamites with this set screw. So if and when these things start to round off, grind it down some. Grind that rounded part off, okay? This is a hard one. I have a couple of them that are real soft, but probably going to have to heat it up here. All right, so this is coming out, okay? So I Loctite my grub screw in, but before I Loctite my grub screw in on my couplers, I Loctite my cable in. So I don't know how the hell that came off. The smoke, right? Whenever, I think it happened whenever I was spooling it up at the heel, checking for thrust coming off of both of my props. I was spooling it up. It was slipping in the coupler just enough to create enough heat to loosen up my Loctite, and that's how the cable come out. So watch this. Grub screws out. Okay. So I have Loctite on. You could see the Loctite on the end of my cable. Normally it's harder to get off, and normally I have to heat it up. See the Loctite dried up there? That's all Loctite. So I normally Loctite them in there. Like I said, when I was spooling it up at the heel, it must have heated this one up enough, and that first blip when I took off, it just slid out. But yeah, I had flat spots cut on both of them. You can see where the grub screw sits, you know. So it's part of the hobby. I got two cables already coming. They were on the way. They should be here this week. And I got a right hand 1616 on the way. I'm going to have to match up this profile. And I'll probably have a handful of guys saying, oh, ditch the couplers and get collets. Well, I have about a dozen boats that have these couplers, and I really don't have a whole lot of problems with it. I really don't. As long as you cut the flat spot, Loctite everything, they're 9 times out of 10 pretty ironclad. Yeah, a coupler isn't quite as good as a collet. Collets grab better, they're easier to work with, and they're a little bit more expensive. Plus, offshore electrics don't carry a 4mm to 4mm collet. They sell the couplers, but not a collet. I have to get it off eBay and Amazon, and the quality, it's probably better off using these OSE couplers, you know. So, here lately, I've had a lot of comments from guys in the community that have been they've lost props. That's why I've been pushing those zubber nuts. You know, if you don't use zubber nuts, use Loctite, blue Loctite on your lock nut, so you don't lose a prop. Loctite everything. You know, I've had several guys that's broken and lost a couple flex cables here lately. Best thing I could tell you for that is, you know, put your cable in. Inspect your drive line every time. You know, make sure it's free. Make sure there's no binding. You know, like spin it outside the motor collet. You can feel it if there's any binding. Like your Teflon liner could be ripped or tore or like wrinkled, and that'll create friction. Friction creates heat, and heat will cause fatigue, and you'll break stuff. Stuff will let loose. Your cable will twist itself apart if it gets too hot. You know, always check for resistance. You know, if everything feels good, tighten her up. You know, good and tight. If your cable end is wore or compressed, you may need to get a new cable. More than likely, you're going to need to get a new cable if it's compressed. If the cable's compressed, you have to get a new cable. You might as well get a new coupler, okay? Because if it's compressed and it's been spinning in that coupler, slipping in the coupler, then the odds are the coupler, like prongs, the three prongs that grab onto the cable, they're probably wore out. Not in all cases, but if you get a new flex cable, just get a new freaking collet. And then you know it's freaking ironclad, you know. So I got some cables here, some collets, and I kind of want to talk about them real quick. I know I just spoke about it, but I wanted to show you guys what I was talking about. So first off, the end of your flex cables, you could solder them, right? And I highly recommend you guys soldering the end of your cable. Solder basically prevents the end of the cable from unraveling and tethering. Okay, soldering a cable does not prevent a cable from compressing. It will help it, but it does not prevent it. As you can see here, I soldered this cable. Solder is very soft, okay, and a coupler will compress it, okay. So if you have a cable that looks like this, replace it. If you have a cable that looks like this, replace it. It's been spinning in the coupler, okay? If you have a cable like these, well, this one right here, I would run it, to be honest with you. I dipped it. I would run it. So if you have a cable that's compressed and looks like this or this, you cannot dip it in solder and expect it to hold in your coupler. Solder's soft and it will spin, okay? So that being said, I've got a couple examples here of a bad coupler. So you guys see what the cables look like if they're bad, they're compressed. So if you have a coupler that's discolored, like the end of it is black, you know your cable has been spinning in it. So this one right here looks okay. This one is no good. Actually, is that the one? Maybe it's this one. Okay, so it's this one. So you guys see this? Both of these couplers have been heated up and both of them had a cable spinning in it. It's got discoloration. You can tell. Okay, so I also wanted to show you guys this, if I can find it real quick. Okay, so these are PROBOAT couplers. One of the common issues with PROBOAT couplers is they bottom out. They still grip perfectly fine, but they'll start bottoming out. When they start bottoming out, it won't grip anymore, right? So what I like to do is actually grind I grind the front part of the coupler. If you're looking at it in the boat, I'll grind this down, put it on a grinder, and you can get a couple more turns on it until you get you a new coupler. So when it starts bottoming out, you might as well go ahead and get you a new one, okay? The best way to prevent a cable from compressing, you know, the best way to prevent this is getting a quality coupler like an Octura, okay? A lot of times Octura couplers are long. They got short and long options, so make sure you get the right one. But a quality coupler and a good cable will prevent that from happening like really quickly, you know. These are good too. These OSE couplers are pretty good. I've actually burnt a couple of these up. My cable was spinning in it. Actually, no, I don't. No, I think the only issue I've had with the OSE coupler is this right here is real soft. This nut right here is real soft, and my wrenches keep spinning on them, so I have to eventually start using pliers. But they're actually really good. You either have a coupler slipping in on your cable, or you have a cable that wasn't like cinched down right like I did, and they come out. In this video, you guys got to witness both cases. I hate losing props. I hate losing cables. I try to go like over my boats before every run to ensure nothing like that happens. Sometimes it does happen. There's just no way around it. If you've been in the hobby long enough, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You just got to make sure everything's like good to go before you set it in the water. Bench test it. I was kind of in a rush to get this one done. I was thinking maybe my Loctite didn't have long enough to set, but looking at that grub screw, the grub screw didn't back off. You know, it didn't back off. So I don't know. Maybe I didn't get that grub screw on the flat spot on my cable. Maybe I tightened it down on the other side of the flat spot, or on the edge of the flat spot. The grub screw didn't seat like all the way fully, and that little bit of slip heated my backup Loctite up that I put in the coupler on the cable, and it just slipped out, you know. One of them deals, would have, could have, should have type deal. So we'll see you guys next time. I apologize for the bad language. You guys know how it is. So well, thanks for watching.